Poulton-le-Fylde offers everything you could ever want or wish for. We've got a butcher's, a baker's, and even a candlestick maker's. But if you take a moment to look further than the amazing businesses that take pride of place on our high streets today, you see a history and a story that dates back hundreds of years. See, Poulton has always been a bustling market town, and for years it was the lifeline of the economy on the Fylde coast. In fact, if you look closely enough, you can still see the history and the story of this town imprinted in the cobbles all around us. And for me, it's that history, it's that heritage, it's that story that makes a place, or indeed a property, quite endearing and something quite special. Now, speaking of special properties, that's exactly what we've got for you on today's feature. The property that I'm here to show you is an imposing, character-packed period home dating back to the late 1800s. In recent years, it's been an amazing family home for my clients and indeed many families before them. So if you're interested in purchasing a property that really is something quite special and only a matter of minutes from Poulton-le-Fylde town centre, then make sure that you stay tuned to today's feature. Welcome to Escape to the Fylde. Welcome to Hazeldene. Now, sat back in this impressive plot behind a gated entrance just off Hardhorn Road, we find this gorgeous, character-packed Victorian home. Now, the property itself dates back to the late 1800s, and being a Victorian property, of course, it comes with all the features and details that you'd hope to see in a property of this age. But whilst the build is from the Victorian period, what I really love about this home architecturally is the symmetry. The symmetry resembles more of a Georgian-style property. Now, to the front of the home, we've got this huge courtyard position, which is plenty big enough to accommodate as many cars as you could ever wish for. But on top of that, we've got an integral garage to the far side. The feature fountain, which sits central, really does add a touch of class and make for a great first impression. Now, that's enough about the property from the outside. I can't wait to show you inside. So as we enter the property through this gorgeous front door, which it has to be said is quite the feature in its own right, we come into the entrance hall. Now, let's face it, given that great first impression, given the sheer size of the plot, and given those incredible period details that we saw outside, you would hope that that only continued as we come into the property itself. So you'd be pleased to hear that that's exactly the case. Now, as you come into the property, that feeling of grandeur just hits you straight away, thanks in no small part to this gorgeous triple archway in which the staircase sits central. That obviously takes you up to the top floor, but we'll get round to showing you up there. For now, we've got two incredible reception rooms either side of the entrance hall. I can hear this one calling, so let's start our tour there. So it's easy to see why I brought you into this room first, and what an incredible space we've got. That sheer feeling of size that we got from the entrance hallway only continues into the family lounge. Now, decoratively, this place has been finished off absolutely perfectly. We've got panelled walls and coving, which is very typical of a property of this period, and thanks to the vendor's choice of decor, as well as the bespoke fixtures and fittings, this is a perfect spot for the family to come together. Just over my shoulder, we've got a formal dining arrangement, which sits within two walls of pretty much entire glass, which really does a great job of bringing the outside in. But when it is that you're getting warm as a family of an evening, what better place to do that than in front of this multi-fuel fire, which is lit by both coal and wood, perfect for toasting your toes on those frosty Fylde Coast evenings. So after a long day, it would take something pretty special to convince me to leave that living room of an evening, but something special is what we get here. Welcome to the secondary reception room. So I've taken it upon myself to name this room the Christmas room, and that's because over and above everything else, this space is so cosy and intimate. In fact, I can just imagine a huge Christmas tree in front of that gorgeous window as the children come down to open the presents. Now, as beautiful as this room is, it's worth me pointing out that it wasn't always the case. This room, as is the rest of the house, has been completely taken back to brick by my clients. They've virtually built the home that you're seeing today, whilst of course retaining all of that wonderful character and period detail. So beyond the sitting room, we've got a third reception room which is currently being utilised as a home office. Now, this space, as you can probably get a sneak peek over my shoulder, is a great size with a large bay window facing the fountain to the front. You take a closer look and I'll meet you in the kitchen. Now for me, the family kitchen flows brilliantly. First and foremost, there's just so much room. You've got all the space that you need when preparing food, whilst the children sit away at a safe distance. Now we've got an induction hob with a solid granite splashback. We've got an integral double oven, an integral microwave, and an integral grill, which are all built by Siemens. These worktops are leather effect matte granite worktops which extend perfectly onto the family dining arrangement. The perfect space to connect the whole family at meal times. Just beside me, we've got ample built-in storage and a huge fridge freezer. On top of that, we've got the largest wine cooler I think I've seen for quite some time. Now, this space is finished off perfectly aesthetically thanks to the vendor's choice of design and decor. And of course, we've got these gorgeous marble effect tiles on the floor. Now, just behind me, we've got a wall of entire glass thanks to these bifolding doors which really do a great job of bringing the outdoors in. Now the gorgeous Cardine flooring that we see in the entrance hallway extends all the way around to the downstairs WC, on the way to which we find yet more storage. Now speaking of storage, you tend to find a storage solution under most staircases, but this property is quite different. Let's take a look. That's right, your very own wine cellar. But as if that wasn't enough, down here we also get subtle reminders of this property's age and history and how this home used to function in years gone by. Now, Victorian properties are known for the high ceilings, and that's exactly what we get as we come up to the first floor landing. The feeling of space here is every inch as impressive as it was downstairs, but as we come to the top of the stairs, we find ourselves with the family bathroom on the left. Now the family bathroom feels incredibly well proportioned, thanks in no small part to the vaulted ceiling, which really does add more depth to this room. Decoratively, this room has been finished to an exceptional standard and features a freestanding bath, a walk-in shower, a toilet and a wash basin. Now the first floor landing end to end is panelled with double glazed windows which give you a look to the back of the property and to the front, and as we transition to the front of the home we do so by walking past three great sized double bedrooms. The first of which faces the rear aspect of the home and has got the most gorgeous ensuite with a walk-in shower. The second bedroom, again a good sized double, is being used by the current homeowners as a home office, and the third bedroom on the left hand side faces the front aspect of the property but does benefit from dual aspect views, again with another great contemporary ensuite with a walk-in shower. Now as great as all those rooms are, for me the real piece de resistance has got to be the master suite. Now, piece de resistance isn't a term that I use lightly, but now you can see this room for yourself, you can probably understand why I love this space so much. Now, it's got a real regal feel to it, thanks to the coving that decorates the outskirts of the room, and of course, these gorgeous bespoke feature details. The room, for me, is finished off perfectly, thanks to the finer details like this Chesterfield sofa and this superb period feature fireplace. Now of course, no master suite is complete without a gorgeous ensuite, and that's exactly what we've got in this completely tiled ensuite which features a Jack and Jill vanity unit, a walk-in shower and two heated towel rails. I hope you'll agree that was quite impressive, but if you thought that was impressive, let me introduce you to the walk-in wardrobe. So as I've already mentioned, the current homeowners over the years have taken this property back to brick and overhauled the entire place. Now that's quite evident in this space, which to be honest is unrecognisable from what it once was. Let's take a walk up the staircase behind me and take a look at the final two bedrooms on the top floor. The first of our double bedrooms on the very top floor has been finished to an exceptionally high cosmetic standard. It's got a real industrial feel to it, and behind the double bed we've got yet another walk-in wardrobe with ample storage built into the eaves. This bedroom is served by a private ensuite which features a double walk-in shower, a wash basin, a toilet, and it's lit by an overhead skylight. Now I don't know about you, but for me, come weekend, all I want to do is sit back, watch a film and enjoy a pizza. And what better space to do that than in your very own cinema room, which is exactly what the current homeowners have set this space up as. Now of course, if you required this to be a bedroom, it could easily fit a double bed, along with ample storage thanks to the eaves and the floor space that's available to add a wardrobe if needed. Now the grounds of this property are every inch as charming as the home itself. We've already seen the enormous courtyard to the front of the home, but the back garden stretches all the way around to the side where we've got an outdoor dining arrangement which is south facing. Now this east facing garden is absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, we've got this floral arrangement which borders the whole garden, really adding to that feeling of privacy. On top of that, we've got a landscaped flagged area where mum and dad can enjoy a barbecue or a glass of wine of an evening while the little ones tire themselves out on the lawned area. Now on top of that, we've also got this. Now this is an archive dating back to the late 1800s. In this box, we've got a record of every person that's ever owned this property, as well as an invoice, a guarantee, a quote, or a certificate for every bit of work that's ever been done over that period of time. So if you'd like to add your name to the history books of this property and start your next chapter in this wonderful, remarkable, detached family home, then please do give me a call on the details that follow to arrange your very own private viewing. My name's Ben, thank you for watching.